go up into the camping area and see if there's a decent spot, and if not, then we have to go all the way back out to the main dirt road and back up further up the mountain.
Yeah. That sign's upside down.
Yes, it is. They only turn it over when it's not a total fire ban.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Right. So, there's nothing stopping us camping here. Someone's just pulled out of that area.
You can tell, because it's just a dry patch.
Yeah. What do you reckon?
I wouldn't mind here.
Okay. It's going to reverse.
It looks like a walking thing up there.
Yeah.
Maybe a little lookout or something.
Hey, Big Scott here. So it's October school holidays in New South Wales, and we haven't been able to get out and do any camping, so it's about the last night, and I've decided to go camping with my young boy. You'll see him, he's over here. Hi Liam.
Hi.
And we brought the 100 series, and we're going to be camping in a tent and a swag. We've actually bought a second-hand tent that is hopefully going to attach to the side of the fox wing. It's got a zipper that's meant to zip up along the side of that, and we've also bought a second-hand double-sized swag, and Liam's going to try and camp in that, probably just over here on this little dry patch. We'll put a ground sheet under it for him and he should be fine. It's predicted to rain. It's been raining. You can see the ground is a bit wet, and it's actually sprinkling a little bit at the moment, but hopefully that should finish off by the end of today and should be a good night. Anyway, I'll get started. So there I am, all set up. My bed's all good to go. The instant up tent did go up pretty quick. It could have been done in 30 seconds. Unfortunately, it doesn't zip to the fox wing up here because the zips are different size. But that's okay. I've popped it under the corner of the fox wing so you can see any runoff won't come down the front of the tent. Anyway, go and see if the young fella needs a hand, and then I think it's just about time to get that fire going. Okay, so we're all set up now. Put the tarp over the top of Liam's swag just in case it did decide to rain fairly heavily. We got a little bit more than just a few spots a little while ago, so that's the reason why we did that. And we've got the 2 bags of firewood out and stacked up over here and just got the fire going. And you can see the back of the car is what's going to be where we do our cooking tonight. We do have the hot plate here on the fire, and we also have the free gas barbecue over there, but I've got everything that I need in the back of the truck to be able to do it. In fact, you can see the little gas canister cooker there, and also next to it the Aldi miniature hiking sets that are there. Inside those is a small gas canister with a small burner that screws on the top. I'll show you more of that later when it's time for dinner, but for now it's time to sit down and just enjoy the fire. Okay, so we've been sitting in front of the fire here for a little while. Hasn't rained for quite some time. Liam's having fun reading about 3 idiots. As you can tell, 3 idiots. And I've decided it's time to make a cuppa. Now, picked up this little thing here in an op shop quite some time ago. Haven't really used it yet. And it's just a drip filter in the top here, straight onto a cup. So water's boiling now, so I'll turn old mate off. Always unlock it. If you don't unlock it, you know what's going to happen. Yep, that's alright. It'll lose gas. So it says use the water when it's just off boiling. Other people like to let it cool down even more than that. Me, I really couldn't care less. I can't really smell very much, you can't really taste very much, so I'm just going to pour it in straight after it's boiled. Now, I'll put the lid on it, because apparently that stops the ash getting in it from the fire. Also stops it cooling down too much. Then we have to let it drip through for a few minutes until it's ready to go. Okay, so there's the end result. Nice and milky as I like it. And no, the beans were not from there. It's actually all Aldi stuff. Everything we've got to eat is Aldi. Half of the camping stuff we use is Aldi. If it's not Aldi, it's second hand. So yeah. So the toilets aren't too bad. They're just long drop, but they're not bad. And it's been so dry that the National Parks has actually left a couple of 10-litre water jugs there. You can see them just under the sink. It says nothing to wash your hands with. So we're just going to take a walk down to the day use area, which has got a track that goes actually down to Gap Creek. Gap Creek is the name of this little place. You can probably see over in the distance there, running across the road, there was a scrub turkey. So you can see here the actual sign. So no dogs, no horses, no firearms, but there's camping, tables, toilets. You're allowed to have fires. There's gas cookers, which you saw before, and walking trails. So that's where we're heading now, is the other end of the walking trail, which starts down here at the day use area. So once again, telling you all the things you're not allowed to do and telling you what's here. You can see here they've got this perfect little tree in the middle of the drifting practice circle. and quite a few, I don't want to say rednecks, but I'm going to say rednecks anyway, like to throw their Ford utes sideways around here. Anyway, it's all good. So this is the day use area, or picnic area if you like. They do have a recycling bin, which is good, just for a change. There's a very old picnic table down there. I'll just zoom into that. You can see there's no actual seats around that one, but the more modern ones here haven't been put in all that long ago, only a few years ago. It's covered so that you don't get attacked by drop bears out of the gum trees up here. And just in case you happen to catch one of those scrub turkeys, there's a gas barbecue there. And it's free, it doesn't have any money slot on it. You just push the button in and it goes for about 10 minutes. And that's covered as well, as you see. And there's the start of the walking trail. So, hang on. Here comes dinner. Hello, dinner. Come on, come here. Come on. Yeah. They're tame. I've got to say, they're tame. But I was talking to someone who has actually eaten scrub turkey, and he says they don't taste like turkey. Anyway, that's where we're going. You don't want to hear me huffing and puffing, so I'll resume when we get to where it goes. Okay, so we've come 600 metres so far from the right. We're heading to the left, Gap Creek Falls. We've got 450 metres to go. This poor old tree got burnt right up the middle, and down she's come. So yeah, anyway, let's keep going. 450 metres that way. Okay, we're nearly down there. I don't know if you can hear the water if I just stay really quiet. But even if you can't hear the water, I did want to show you this. This place is all sandstone. And this is a little sandstone overhang. It's all carved out a little bit under there. It's all caved away down into all this stuff here. And when you get enough rain, you get a little waterfall off there too. Now, we've been in drought for a little while, so I'm not going to be getting anything coming over there. But I can hear water down at the actual waterfall that we're going down to, so yeah, I'll show you that when we get there. Okay, so you can almost definitely hear the water now, and I'm sure you can see that sheer face over there. So we're getting very, very close. That's pretty cool. Hang on, let me see if I can clean the lens. Didn't really make much difference, but that looks pretty cool. I like the way it's dripping out of those little mossy things. Straight down past those little bangalow palms onto the rocks at the bottom. And there's Liam. Hey. Okay, well, we've seen how beautiful it is, and I go nearly up to the sky again. But guess what? Now we have to go back up there, and I'm pointing at about 45 degrees, and we got about 400 metres to get to the top of that hill before it levels out again, and then another 600 metres back. So I ain't filming any of that. I'll see you when we get back up to the top. Hey everyone, we made it back from the falls somehow. I've had probably 20 minutes to calm down, and I didn't die, so that's a bonus. Yeah, so you can probably hear that we're cooking dinner, and I'll show you now. Okay, so Liam's cooking Alfredo noodles in there, and that's mostly for me, and when he's finished that he'll just heat up some rice, which is Uncle Ben style, but it's all Aldi stuff, and I'm cooking the sausages, 2 each. Liam likes them really well cooked, and I don't mind either way, so I'll just do them the way he likes them. We're going on the old Campmaster $20 cooker. Yeah, I got a bit of a cough. The cough is from being 150 kilos and walking half a kilometre back up that hill from the falls, and yeah, my body just doesn't like that kind of stuff. But yeah, getting out here and doing it is what it's all about, and maybe I can make myself a little bit better. Anyway, we'll show you dinner once it's cooked, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just about finished cooking dinner. It's not really showing how dark it is. That's probably closer to how dark it is. I'll let it automatically do it again. There you go.
Yeah.
It can't quite focus really well because it is way too dark to focus properly. If I turn my head torch on.
Oh, geez. I just looked at that way.
Yeah. Okay, so now it can focus. So, there's Liam. So we've got the Alfredo noodles there. We've got our 2 sausages each, and then we've got the old Uncle Ben style rice. So,
I'm happy.
everything else is cooked except the rice just has to heat up a little bit more. And then we're going to take all this other stuff off here and we use the barbecue plate as our table. And there you go, that's what dinner looks like. Nothing flash, but it'll fill our bellies, won't it, mate?
Yeah.
Alright, fire's still going. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll show you the fire in a little while after we've had our dinner. Alright, bye for now. Well, that's it. Dinner's over, dishes are done. We're just chilling out around the fire. After that walk down to the falls and back, I don't think I'll be too much longer out of bed. Anyway, Catch you all in the morning. Hey, so we've got a little visitor. He's just interested in the... Over there, yeah. There's another one there. They're just interested in the scraps from our washing up. And Liam keeps moving the light.
Sorry.
Anyway, beautiful little, normal, everyday ringtail possums. No, they're not ringtail possums. They're brushtail possums. If I said ringtails, Parksy would kill me. Anyway, yeah, I love how they've got the little sort of they're almost like little patches down in front of their eyes, down the sides of their nose. That's pretty cute. Anyway, yeah, alright. I said I was going to see you in the morning. Now I definitely will see you in the morning. Well, it's tomorrow morning. It's about 6 o'clock. The sky looks a lot better than it did yesterday. I don't know if you can see, but that looks a bit blue up there rather than just totally grey. We had a little bit of rain overnight, but we all slept fine. Got the fire going again, and it's time to brew me coffee. So I worked out yesterday, I put too much water in and nearly overflowed it. So this time I filled up the actual mug. I'm going to heat up that much water and then put it in. That seems a bit smarter to me. Anyway, you know, you guys know how much I love Aldi. Well, you can see what I use to light the fire, an old Aldi catalogue. Well, they come in handy for everything. Alright, and I make coffee. Bye. Okay, so I thought I'd show you what I'm having for brekkie. I'm going to have fried tomato, fried Aldi brand Spam, and a bit of toast to go with it. Do it all on this thing as much as possible. And yeah. Now the Aldi brand Spam, people go off about Spam and say how bad it is and whatever. I've been having Spam since I was a kid, and the Aldi brand Spam tastes exactly the same as the normal Spam, so it's totally no difference. We've got an interested onlooker come over to see whether or not he can pinch any of my food. Hello, you. Hello. What are you up to? Hey? You looking for my brekkie? Yeah, I'm not going to give it to you. Anyway, we'll see how we go with this, and I'll show you the end result after it's all cooked. Okay, so there's the results. Beautiful breakfast. Unfortunately, Liam doesn't like normal food. He's just going to have bread with butter on it. So, yeah. But, yeah, I'm going to put you guys away so I can go and eat my brekkie. Bye. Okay, so we've come up from Gap Creek Campground, which is, if you can imagine, you see the mountains in the background there. We're on the top of Monkey Face, or Monkey Mountain at the moment. Gap Creek Lookout is, Gap Creek Campground is down that side. We'll turn back around. Over in that direction is the old M1 freeway, motorway, or Martinsville. And we're at Monkey Face Lookout. Apparently it's got a bit of an unstable edge. There you go.
Wow.
And if you look down towards my feet, that goes straight down to that road that we were on a few minutes ago, which is Bangalow Road. And can see old mate in his tractor over there. See if I can zoom in far enough for you guys to see the tractor. There we are. You can see old mate with his tractor.
Oh yeah, I see.
Funny.
No, put it to
Alright. I'm going to show you Gap Creek Lookout, which looks down towards where we went down to the falls yesterday. I'll show you that next. Okay, so here we are at the top of Gap Creek Lookout. And just down over the side here, pretty much straight below us down there, about 300 metres, is where we were camped. And if we go along here, go to the bit where you can actually see a bit better, I can show you approximately where the waterfall is. Okay, you can actually see just a tiny bit of the edge of the waterfall through here. So looking straight ahead there, there's a little cliff edge that you can just make out in the middle of all that, over there. And just on the right hand edge of that cliff edge, that is where the waterfall is, that we walked all the way down to and all the way back from. And this is all the Watagans Mountains. Alright, I'm going to take you to another lookout now. This is Heaton Lookout. This is the view you get from a Heaton Lookout. I'll explain a couple of things in a second. Need to take a couple of these saplings back down so that you can actually see what's going on. But that's, you know, fairly typical. They make a lookout and then they don't cut the trees back down. Anyway, what you can see, starting from up the north here, you can see the top end of Lake Macquarie and some parts of Newcastle. If I zoom in, so that in the distance over the top there is Newcastle, and that part of it just there is the top end of Lake Macquarie. That's around Spears Point, Warners Bay, Boorrigal, all of that. I come down just past that tree there and you've got Toronto, and across the other side from Toronto, Green Point, and then you got a long finger of land which is from Belmont down towards Swansea on the far side, and that's the ocean on the far side of that. And this finger of land that sticks out in there is Wangi. That's that finger of land sticking out there, that's Wangi Point. The last one actually, the last bit going out, sticking out that way to the right, this one here, that's the point that goes out from Toronto. It's got lots of little names and whatever on there, but I can't remember at the moment. So there's Wangi. In the middle of the lake there is Poolbar Island. Then further down you've got Araring Power Station, and further down there's another power station you can see over there is Vales Point, and that's basically the bottom end of Lake Macquarie. And you can go further down that way and you're down on the central coast. You've got all the different lakes and whatever that are down central coast, and back down towards Sydney down that way. So you can see an awful lot from up here. You can even see Liam. Rightio. So we're going to go for a drive back over in that direction over there to go and have a look at another lookout that's up on the tops, which looks out to the sort of northwest. Up on the other side, this is called McLean's Lookout. You can see over there that mountain. The other edge of that mountain is where we were a little while ago, looking out at Lake Macquarie, and in between that mountain and the one behind it is a place called the Gap. It's obviously there's a low point between the mountains where the road goes between. Looking down here, we have a little town of Mulbring just down there, and behind it in the distance you can see sort of Maitland, East Maitland kind of area. Come around a bit further, and that there is Curry and that kind of area. You've got a flat top mountain there, which is just near Cessnock, and so just behind that you can see Cessnock, and up behind there, the mountains up behind all of that is starting to get into the bottom foothills of the Barrington Tops. Alright. Okay, well, that's where I'm going to leave it for now. We've had a pretty good overnight and had a good sleep. Had a nice little drive around the Watagans, had a bit of fun. And yeah, we're going to head home and get cleaned up, watch the Bathurst race, because that'll be starting very, very shortly. And yeah, we'll catch you next time. And just in case he happens to be watching, shout out to Ruthie. Love your show. Alright, see ya.